Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Green Lanterns Podcast. I'm your host, Will Smith of Sector 2814. And before we get into the episode 4 plot leak spoilers today, I just want to say if you are living out on the west coast of the U.S., prayers up, stay safe, take care of your family. And if you have family or friends out there with the fires that are going on, you might want to check on them. That being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. Episode 4. Hal and John take a road trip to Wisconsin. Sheriff Kerrie Kane cannot accompany them as that region is outside of her jurisdiction, but it's not outside the jurisdiction of a Green Lantern. John wants to use the ring to fly them there quickly, but Hal insists that they take his truck. In his experience, having the godlike powers of a Green Lantern leads to a sense of detachment from the people that you are supposed to be protecting. He counsels John to remain grounded, alluding to an old friend that taught him something very similar back in Hal's heyday. This is a minor allusion to Hal's comic book friendship with the character the Green Arrow. During this trip, John pokes and prods at Hal, wrestling more information out of him regarding the older man's history. Hal resists opening up at first before sharing his very sobering reality. He retired as Green Lantern out of a desire for a normal life with his old flame, Ferris. Unfortunately, despite his best efforts, his relationship with Carol fell apart nonetheless, leaving him with no ring, no love, and no direction in life. John is actually moved by Hal's honesty. They arrive in a small town called Cedar Hollow, the adopted home of Jenny Lynn Hayden. The girl's adoptive mother is reluctant to allow the two men to talk to the girl, and upon meeting her, they see why. She's a metahuman, disfigured from her father's long-term contact with the Starheart. The girl actually hates her heritage and wants a normal life. And a brief conversation quickly reveals that she had absolutely nothing to do with her estranged father's death. However, it does point Hal and John towards another lead. Jenny's equally estranged twin brother, Todd Rice. And Todd is supposed to live not far from Hope Springs back in Iowa. The tense interrogation reveals the troubling reality that superheroism in this world leaves many people scarred and damaged. On the trip across the state border to find Jenny's brother Todd, John opens up to Hal about himself. He was once a Marine who served in Iraq, and in order to protect his platoon, John was forced to shoot and kill an enemy combatant who was only a child. The incident has haunted him ever since, and that was why he hesitated to act during the riot caused by the Hormuth. The line between innocence and guilt was once again blurred. Hal is equally surprised to learn of John's military service, finding it a point of familiarity as Hal was also in the Air Force. Though the two men share scars and regrets, if there is one thing they can both agree on, it's that being a Green Lantern is one of the few choices in life that they have no regrets over. Back in Iowa, they attempted to find Todd Rice at his residence in Grasping Flats, a creepy halfway house for troubled youths. A search uncovers something startling. The Starheart is actually there amongst Todd Rice's belongings. Before they can contact Sheriff Kerrie to let her know, however, a sinister shadow creature emerges to dispatch Hal and flee the scene. John gives chase, and after an airborne pursuit across the countryside, he subdues the assailant. It turns out to be none other than Todd Rice himself. End episode 4. Here we have another episode. Again, I love the callbacks. I love the things that reference other Lantern lore. So Todd Rice being mentioned, that's cool. Alan Scott having kids, cool. More mentions of the Starheart and being able to get more relationship and that backstory between John and Hal. Those are going to be like the feel-good moments of the show, at least early on, it looks like. What is sketchy to me about these leaks is that here we are through 4 episodes and we haven't even talked about the character played by Porna or the character played by Garrett Dillahunt. Porna was supposed to be playing Zoe, and Garrett Dillahunt was going to play William Macon, I believe is his name, which I'm hoping turns out to be the Black Hand in hiding somehow. But yeah, I mean, as a halfway point through the season, you know, you're starting to build up more and more. There's more drama going on. Hal is actually getting worked over by Todd Rice in this, and then John is going on the chase to get him down. So maybe now we're getting a little bit of John's time to shine. So yeah, for me, I'm pretty stoked through 4 episodes how this is written out. Again, there's things that I know that I've heard and been told that lead me to believe that this is not at least fully correct, but there could definitely be some truth to things in here. And as commenters have pointed out, there's a lot in here that seems to be taking shape based on, you know, older Lantern lore, different storylines that have already been out there and put together. So we'll see how it goes. Again, whether you believe that it's real or fake, hopefully you're at least getting a little bit of entertainment while we continue to not hear much about the show as we wait for it to start filming in February. That's it for me. Hope you guys have a great one. Stay safe out there. Peace.